Adversity, bring it. The struggle, we welcome it. Snooze on life, never that. We are Dave Regina and Mike Pirelli, and this is the No Snooze Podcast. Come on. Welcome back, No Snooze Podcast, episode 154. As always, I'm in the booth with the big and the best three. Michael, the show Pirelli, Claudio, the voice, Valenzuela, and I am Dave, the body, still on the lake, Regina. Michael, how the hell are you, my brother?
I'm good. I loved watching you in your element over the weekend. Just standing on that, was it a float? What is that thing called?
Yeah, things that float.
Not a deck. What's the thing?
The pavilion?
Not the pavilion. In the water. What do you call that?
No, that was a float.
But it's like a dock.
A dock. Oh, yeah. You saw me jumping off?
King of the dock in his bright blue.
Speedo.
It was literally, I don't even know they make shorts that low. I think it was 3-inch shorts.
Maybe, yes. Everybody asked if I bought the 3-inch. And when I was coming out of the water, I think it was Alyssa. She was like, "Can your shorts get any shorter?" How do I look though?
You look good. I got there
the physique
late.
Was all right.
I got there late, and I remember sitting on the side. There's a nice little playground. And I was sitting with the kids, and I was talking to maybe Alyssa, someone, and I'm like, "Where is Dave?" And I looked to the right, and you were standing on that dock, sun in your back, just the shortest shorts I've ever seen in his element.
Yes, I was jumping off with the kids. My godson Mason, actually,
yeah,
he's got some balls because he's young. He's only 4, and he lets me jump off the dock with him. Yeah.
And then you had that awesome float.
Yeah, that was
float
big
was
boy.
huge.
Yes. No, good time, but it was a little stressful leading up to Callie's birthday because it was an outdoor party, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So a week prior, we looked at the weather and it was sunny, no clouds around, 80 degrees. So we were like, it's a little far out, but it's a good sign. Mm-hmm. Monday, sunny, 80 degrees. Tuesday, sunny, 80 degrees. Wednesday, I wake up, 80% rain. What? 80% rain? It was just 80 degrees. Yeah. But now it was like 67. It was like a nice fall day with rain scattered everywhere. So now we start the debate game. We're like, all right, well, let's hold off till Thursday. Thursday, 80% rain. It might have even gone up to 82% rain. Ridiculous. Yeah, it started dropping in temperature. Now you're like a cool 64 degrees. Yeah. We're like, this looks terrible. How did you just shift like this? The thoughts start running through your head. You're like, wow. This is terrible, but I just felt so bad for Callie because every time we drive by the lake, I can't wait to have my birthday party at the lake. Oh, I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
I'm very soft when it comes to my daughter, if you haven't noticed. Me, I'm tough, but when it comes to her, don't laugh at me, boys. Don't laugh at me here. So then we're like, okay, you know what? Now my party planner, you saw what Shantae did, right?
Beautiful job.
Shout out to Shalu Events is her event.
Oh, that's her?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen.
Shantae and then Lou is her brother, so they were Shalu Events.
Ah.
Yes. Benny did a bouncy castle for me. Shout out Bout the Benjamin.
Benny bounces.
That's right. So it was a nice community thing, but now by Friday, the vendors are starting to get involved. Listen, Dave, I don't know if it's a good idea to be on the lake when it's going to be 80% rain. I'm like, obviously.
Yeah, thanks.
I get it. Thanks, right?
Yeah.
She's like, well, let me see if I can shift this to Sunday. So we started putting it out to some people like, hey, would you be able to make Sunday? But Sunday was Father's Day. So we knew we were going to lose a lot of people. Yeah. But, of course, now the sun looked beautiful for Sunday.
Yeah.
So we had that debate back and forth. Then it was like, oh, do we push it off to next Saturday? Right? Yeah. Because you can't have a lake party in the rain.
You could.
Right? Not ideal. So then we came to the conclusion, though, listen, we're going to rock out. Yeah. We're going for it. We're going all in. We committed. But it's hard. It was a perfect analogy for life. Because once you commit, though, there was no going back. But even my vendors wanted to hit me up. Hey, you sure about that? Yeah. Yo, I just told you we're going for it, all right? And worst case scenario, by 10 a.m., because I live next to the lake, we'll just shift it to the house. Yep. So instead of decorating at the lake, we'll have a rain party at the house.
Yeah.
So it wasn't terrible, but we were just all into it.
Yeah.
But it's funny how people, they start to question. The family's hitting you up. How are you going to do this? It looks like it's 60 and raining. Thanks. I appreciate it, Joe. Cousin Joe. You know what I mean?
Shout out. At least you had a plan B, though.
I guess.
Sausage party? I had no plan B.
But it was beautiful.
It was nice.
Yeah, it didn't say
When I got there, it was
rain.
beautiful. I didn't even know it rained when I showed up because I was
Where?
late at the party.
Yes, it rained
was
it rained
beautiful.
shortly.
And you had the gazebo.
My man is what? Claudio completely forgot about the camera on that one. He's like, oh wait,
he's a cat.
he got lost. He got lost
in the and then everyone went in. They rained a little bit, right?
Yes,
downpoured.
Yes. So we had a beautiful day though. The sun, I swear to God. So I sit there and I say this astronomical prayer. And Mark, from the start, he said, it's in God's hands, man. You're good. You're good. I'm like, Mark, it's 64 and 82% rain, bro. I'm not good. Like, I'm all about the optimism. Dave, you're good. You're good. It's already done. Mark, stop. Like, now you're getting me mad, right? But then slowly, Friday night, you see the 80% go to 50%. And Mark starts screenshotting. I told you you're good. By 11 o'clock Friday, it dropped to 30% rain and it went back up to like 76 degrees. And he's like, I told you, my guy, you're good.
I would have loved to.
Sure enough.
I would love for him to be wrong, but I wouldn't want that for the party. You know what I mean?
But then so then Saturday morning, you wake up and it's like blue skies and
it was nice
and really nice. So it did end up raining at one point. Everyone shifted under the pavilion. That was bad though because it made everybody eat everything.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
A little short on food, which never happens.
Yeah.
But because we had to shift under the pavilion for about 25 minutes,
people were stuffed.
Everybody was hammering Catanias.
How was the empanadas? I really was upset.
There was not a left.
You didn't hide one for me?
I did. Listen.
You've changed.
That's
on me. I should have texted Dane. I know there's empanadas there.
I saw people walking away with mounds of food too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was so much.
Yeah.
And then there was nothing. So
Yeah.
then I even called and we ordered like 5 more pizzas.
Yeah.
I didn't even have pizza, but I just ordered something to get everybody through.
I had the late.
Gavones.
I had the late push. It was delicious. I had the Italian combo.
How was it?
Which sister-in-law Alyssa tells me that in New York you guys have prosciutto.
Yes.
Which we don't do in Connecticut. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. No ketchup on your bacon,
no
egg,
salt,
and
pepper,
cheese
ketchup
either.
either. But I have to say, I almost enjoy a nice Italian combo after it soaks a little bit because that
Ooh.
dressing gets into that bread.
Was it on there, the dressing? It was.
And it was like right in the bread.
Ooh.
So then,
Little
you
oil and
know,
vinegar?
it was like all became one.
Yeah.
It wasn't separate ingredients.
Yes.
It was all kind of one. I really had a good enjoyable
Did you have
time.
any of the chicken tenders? No.
No, I didn't get there in
Those
time.
don't last.
I didn't get anything in time.
Good crunch to it.
Yeah.
Good
I
crunch.
came, you had me take a shot. I had a drink, and then I had 2 things, and it was over. I really was upset. I missed it. I have to say,
business.
let me do a little incredible event. I'm proud of you. You did a nice job. We're hosting soon for Livy's, so I know the stress. When it's at my house, when it's at a venue, it's a different stress. When it's at your house, you're like, I'll figure it out. You know, it's here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. It's a home game.
Yep.
When you go to the away game, it's tough. Although home game at the lake is fair. I just want to make a PSA. Everyone wants to do like their own businesses and do all this stuff, but you don't ever see the sacrifice it takes, right? There are many times, and I didn't really quantify it until lately, where I've missed I missed my daughter's first steps because I went and I had to work. And I really had to sit down and think about it and be like, wow, like I was 10 minutes from seeing that, and she took her first steps and I saw a video. I started to bum out, but I'm like, you know what? It's worth it. What I'm doing is worth it. I know what I'm doing is building the foundation for the future, but a lot of people want to do it. A lot of people want to commit to doing this thing, but they don't know what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what it took until I had kids. When I had kids, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm up for this. And then you make that decision of like, all right, I'm committing. I'm going full steam. It's going to rain a bunch, but I'm going to have to work through it. So that resonated with me, the way you said that.
Yes.
And recently, I've had to leave family events, come back, be late. And all I'm saying to people is like, you think you're sacrificing, but it takes a lot to get to where you want to go. And I've wanted to quit so much lately that it's getting reaffirmed that I'm still on the right path. I'm still going to be, pushing forward, but it gets very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It gets super difficult. And then when I got that video, I was like, Jesus Christ. I was literally there 2 minutes before walking around with her.
Just playing devil's advocate, though.
Yeah.
you could have been outside doing yard work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? Like
yeah,
a moment
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, you're like, damn, I was at work, so of course I missed it. You could have been in the bathroom on the toilet. You know what I mean? There
Well,
could have been so many
ideally, hopefully they
other...
weren't doing that while I was in the toilet, but it's possible.
No, but you
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Like it could have been
100%.
that same moment.
Yeah.
Something like the birthdays and stuff like that. There always will be another birthday. But I understand what you're saying, because so many people, and especially when Dana walks in, everyone's like, where's Mike? Where's Mike?
Yeah.
You know, and we know Mike is working. Mike is doing what he needs to do.
Yeah. And I've been good about handling my schedule so long that lately, because of everything is on a time crunch, I'm not able to, because if I don't do that appointment, it's possible they don't get the deal because it's the highest and best we lost. Right. So like this time of year is I really would like to not show, but I have to, you know? So I apologize for being late. I appreciate everyone understanding it, because I hate coming to things so late, because I'm like, you work so hard. I want to enjoy it. It's Callie's birthday. Livy has a blast with Callie. Like, it's a fun event. And when I got there, I was like, wow, I missed it.
That's
right? I didn't,
yeah, you
but
didn't.
I did.
You were there. The
You know?
only thing I would say, rookie move on your end.
I'm business casual. Will I rush there?
I don't care, bro. I'm bringing short shorts like over my shoulder. I'm strolling in. I'm putting those shorts on. I'm bang right into the lake. I'm here, baby.
Sometimes I have that over optimism where like, I'm going to get there in time, then I'll change. I'll go home, change. And then I realize I'm like, damn, I'm so late. And then I just drove there.
See, I keep a bathing suit in my car at all times now.
Yeah.
Summertime,
Smart.
You know.
That's lack of planning.
There you go.
That was a lack of planning.
There you go.
But yeah, no, shout out to people who are doing stuff like that. And I'm doing it for something that I like enjoy. For the people that don't even have the option and they're doing it just to get by, I give them a lot of credit, you know, because mine's kind of a choice.
Right. It is a choice.
When you have to do that, that must hit even worse, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing a couple signs in neighborhoods. They're hiring for camp counselors if you want to switch careers or anything.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I actually thought about it. I'm like, man, like maybe it's just not in the cards. Maybe I switch it up. And the hard part is I'm probably going to break records this year for my like career, you know? And I'm happy, but I'm also like, damn, I've sacrificed more than I thought I had to. There was this weird point in time where I was like, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to work weekends. I don't have to work nights. And then the realization of like, no, you have to do it more now, you know? It was a tough adjustment.
Let me see if I can pull up this clip for you sent by our friend and trainer, AC, as you call him, Ambrosio. Let me see here. So he sent me this. Made me think of you, actually.
A lot of men making is thinking that they need to spend every extra minute of the day, every hour with their child. Not only does your child not need that,
I watched the first 10 seconds. I turned it off.
The best thing that you can do for your child is to be out in the world, getting strong, getting rich, making an impact, becoming somebody of status, setting a tremendous example so you can instill the qualities you've cultivated to become a successful human being, to become a high-performance individual. The fact of the matter is, if you are spending all of your free time on the couch, drinking booze, eating like shit, what type of example is that setting?
Yeah.
Quality trumps quantity anytime. Huge mistake I see.
So shout out to Chris Cavallini, who dropped that clip. So YouTube, don't take us down for that.
Is that a cousin of yours? Cavallini?
Yeah, Cavallini, David
Cavatelli?
Genie, you know what I'm saying? No, so it was a good clip, good concept. But I understand when you're on that side right now, you're in the real thick of it. You're like, I wish I was on the other side.
Yeah.
But it's okay, man. You're absolutely killing it. I'm proud of you. I got to be honest.
Am I though?
You are.
We'll
you
see.
are.
We'll see.
If not, we could just podcast for the rest of our lives and sell sausages because honestly,
I lost my voice. I woke up. You have allergies?
I do.
My allergies are killing me lately.
So I'm trying this new thing, which is no medication. It's weird. So since Chance passed away, right, and I've been allergic to dogs my whole life. I don't know if everybody knew that, but I've had dogs my whole life. I was always on Allegra D, which is, pretty pricey. It's like $26 for 15 pills and 1 pill a day. So, that adds up over time. I've been on that for the past 13 years since I had Chance.
Shit.
I noticed after really deep clean the house that like I was breathing a little bit better. Still, my nose is a little crooked. It's a little leany here. So my breathing mechanisms internally are not the best. But my allergies have definitely been a little bit better since Chance has passed. I think I just wasn't even able to breathe for 13 years.
Yeah.
Got
You're just
the
in
fa-
it.
yeah. Because they were literally allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
So I've been not taking the pills, taking them sparingly, but I'm going to try to wean off.
I went the opposite. I'm on Dayquil, Claritin D.
Yeah.
I took some Airborne.
Try the Allegra D. It's expensive though.
Claritin, right? Claritin, Allegra D, similar.
No, Allegra D, man. It's very different.
I've done it all, but I can't.
You have not done the Allegra D. I've been telling you for 13 years.
Listen to me. I like the Dayquil because
Mhm.
it doesn't make me groggy. Once I take the allergy pills, like the real ones,
Isn't Dayquil for flu?
so
and
you're
cold?
like this. So I have to take it with a coffee. Like I'm doing uppers and lowers instead of being like what's his name, Jordan Belfort,
Yes,
like the
yeah.
cool drugs.
You're right.
I'm doing like Claritin D and
My
caffeine.
man's doing that.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, dude, you need to get the Allegra D, and it's different because you can only get it every 15 days. Like if you try to go back to CVS and get it again,
Yeah.
you literally get declined.
I'm jumping around here, but I went to bed last night early because
Okay.
I'm like, man, I got some momentum going.
Mhm.
I want to put a couple more workouts together, and I'm like, let me get to bed early, rip some NyQuil, and then I'll get up early and rip some Dayquil, and then some Pre. Right.
Okay.
So I got up at 4:15. Dana shook me because I was knocked on NyQuil, which I forgot. Like NyQuil, you can't get up on
Yeah,
NyQuil.
yeah.
So she shook me and I jumped out of bed. I'm like, what's going on? I looked at my phone. I'm like, Matt, I feel like shit. And I'm like, I'm going back to bed. And then I like heard Dave, like, you're soft. I heard you in my head. I saw your beard in my
You
bed.
saw it? You saw it? Did
And
Michael, like that.
yeah, you're being like, oh, you're so soft. You don't have time. So I actually
Is that what
did
people
work
think of
out
me,
this
CB?
morning.
Is that how people think of me?
And I mean, tissues. I was drinking Airborne, pre-workout, Dayquil. Like, definitely not a healthy session, but I did it.
You got
so
it
I
in.
guess that counts.
It does. Kudos to you,
A
man.
lot of drugs, but it counts.
a lot of drugs, little adversity. Way to create that, man.
Man.
Good for you. Yo, have you guys ever seen I've been big on the shows lately, if you haven't
You're
noticed.
huge on the show.
But I watched first of all,
Black Mirror,
one episode has taken me
Love Island.
5 days to watch.
One episode, 5 days. Let me guess. Game of Thrones.
Suits.
Suits. That's a very straightforward, like sitcom.
I
isn't
just
it?
can't sit down
And
for
the
50 minutes
lawyers,
straight.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it at all?
I haven't.
No?
but I hear it's good.
I'm excited to bring the people content
There's
as
like
it takes me. There's 8 seasons of
Yeah,
this.
there's tons.
8 seasons, 16 shows a season. I'm coming with all the Suits heat. I like the concept of it. Basically, what it is, for those who don't know, if you've lived under a rock like me, it's a pretty old show, right?
It's
Meghan
very
Markle
old.
is in it.
Oh, yeah.
But isn't it
Yeah.
great discovering an old show and telling people about it? And they're
Oh,
like, dude, that's 8 years
yes,
old. And be like,
yeah.
for me, it's no.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
But what a concept. So this guy's grandmother is sick, and he's trying to do odd jobs, and he even gets into like something a little crazy in episode 1 where he's like gonna sell a bunch of weed for 25 grand. Maybe I would have done it too. I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
So he's finding every angle to try to do, but he's a genius. He actually takes SATs for people. He goes to their colleges. He takes their college courses. He even did pass the bar. So then he's running from the cops, and boom, he lands himself into Harvard interviews for this higher firm that's actually hiring.
Yeah.
Right. So he's like just trying to run from the cops, and they mention a name, and he's like, "No, I'm just hiding from the cops."
Yeah.
The chick thinks that he's being really funny and sends him into the room for the interview, and he's like, "All right." But he's actually dressed in a suit because he was going to sell some drugs,
Got it.
has a briefcase of drugs in it, walks into the interview, the drugs fall on the floor. And the dude's like, "What is this?" So he actually sits down and explains the whole story to the guy. He's like, "Listen, nice to meet you, but like it's time you get out of here. I'm glad you were able to make it away from the cops." And the head attorney who's hiring him is like the head boss of this firm. Right. He's like the guy. He closes every deal. He's very well respected. And he's looking for somebody who can basically be him in the future. So they really connect. And the guy's like, "All right, see you later." And he goes, "No, test me." He's like, "I studied and I passed the bar, but I just don't have a certificate and I didn't go to Harvard." So he literally opens the book and he starts reading something, and the dude is able to finish his sentence. And they discover that he has like this ability to look at something, a photographic memory or something. But anything that he ever looks at in life, he can retain that information. So he's basically a genius. I still haven't finished episode 1, so that's where we are.
Doesn't know how it ends.
All right, so I have no idea. We got 8 seasons to go.
at this rate, it'll take you about 16 years.
But it's a cool concept, no? And I like
watch
10
shows.
minutes.
10 minutes a day.
I like pretty much though, dude. You know what else? So you guys know the one woman in my life who I would drop everything for, always, forever. That's right.
I was
J-Lo.
gonna say.
You knew that.
I was gonna say Janet Jackson.
Jennifer. No, Jennifer the Goat Lopez.
Not J-Joe.
J Lo's getting up there though. Now.
That's fine. I'll go up there with her. I'll dye my beard gray to look more like her.
I would say since the invention of Instagram, there's millions of people I'd go before J Lo.
Yeah, but J Lo to me, I don't care how. I mean, she's been married like 17
She can't even
times,
sing,
too.
J-Lo.
No, but she's great. Look at her. Come on. So anyway, she has this movie out. It's called Mother, I think. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, where she
Yeah.
like tracks
but
someone
even
down.
for her, somebody who I love so much,
Her.
Did you watch it?
It took me 4 weeks, and I'm still not.
Have
done.
you watched all her movies?
It's a show.
I
or
fall
movie?
asleep.
It's a movie.
Like, she's not exactly
Listen,
the best
if
actor.
I watch a
love her to
movie
death.
and I fall asleep, I'm not coming back to it.
See, I do it because
I
I
give
just
you
like
credit.
looking at her.
Well, that's different. Just look up, just pull up her.
Pretty
whatever,
much. Callie's sleeping
TikTok.
next to me, and it's like on volume 2, so I can't even really hear what's going on. I'm kind of reading, so I'm getting my 10 pages in a
It's
day
probably
too.
a
on the
terrible
screen.
movie too to watch because it's like she's
yeah.
hunting people down. She's not even nice clothes.
It's a nice side of her, though.
You like that
Yeah.
like aggression?
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my TV world.
Yeah,
these days.
I
Still
can-
haven't finished the
I
movie,
fall
though.
asleep in a show, and
You're not coming
everyone's like, "Are you gonna finish it?" I'm like, "No," and like, you don't care what happened. I'm like, I do not care. You know, Game of Thrones. I missed probably like maybe 85% of the episodes. I would just jump to the next one, and I was like, "Oh, it's kind of
I
cool.
gotta
What's
check
going
that
on?"
Show out. Is that new?
It's new, very
New?
new,
Brand new?
Yeah, you look
No.
like the guy in Game of Thrones. I was
Really?
being sarcastic.
Is that
Steven.
300?
Game of Thrones has been going on
Same
for,
thing.
for a
He's-
while.
It's the same concept
it
as
up.
He's
300.
being
Facetious.
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 Yeah, funny enough, I don't watch TV to go to bed anymore.
Well, because you got booted off of Netflix. So
True.
You
It's
have no
so
TV in
true.
your house.
I honestly don't know what to watch. I'm like, wow, I don't have Netflix. I guess I'll read a book and fall
Life,
asleep.
life is tough, man. You got allergies these days. No TV.
Really getting smacked in the face by life.
All right. So today we have we got a couple questies, but before we do that, CV, let them know where you get this protein at.
We wanted to take a quick second to let you guys know that we partnered with our good friends over at Orgain.com. We're happy to offer our listeners 30% off by entering the code NOSNOOZE30. Again, that's NOSNOOZE30 for 30% off your first order. If you're on the market for a new protein powder, nutritional shake, protein bar, or Mike's favorite, collagen peptides, Orgain is your one-stop shop. As all of you know, my Crohn's disease is currently in remission, and the only protein I use is from Orgain. My personal favorites are the chocolate peanut butter and the vanilla bean. With the code, you can try a 2-pound tub for under $20. Talk about not snoozing. Go get yours today. Now, back to the epi.
Oh, before we get started, CV, go ahead.
Incredible.
Are we rocking?
Heat on the feet.
Yeah. Might have to. All right. So we're back. So if you haven't noticed lately, you know, the sock game has been really, really elite. So if you're on YouTube, I have the nacho cheese Dorito sock on right now. Just want to shout out to Odd Socks. What a great company. Discovered them on Instagram, tagged them, went back and forth with them a little bit. Got a nice little, I bought about, I don't know. I mean, I have a whole drawer full now, you know? So if you see me with heat on the feet, shout out to Odd Socks.
Yep.
You
Shout
know?
out Odd Socks. I think I saw them a couple times. I might have gotten a couple at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Are they new?
I don't know.
The company?
I don't really know. I'm sorry, I can't
All
tell
right,
you too
anyway.
much about them. CV, let's go
asked.
with the questies.
All right.
When CV reads the questies, his nickname is Hooked on Folks.
People write weird though.
People do write weird.
Like with no
I try to clean it up,
punctuation and
especially on
stuff.
Instagram. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the eyes are all lowercase and
Yes.
everything's uppercase.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing?
it's like, did you go to school?
The big phonic.
Sure didn't.
How do you check in with yourself? That was it. Question 1.
How do you check
I'm
in
pro-
with yourself?
I'm joking.
Wait, I was like,
Because that was easy. I didn't have to like.
How do you
you
check
know.
in with yourself?
How do you check in with yourself? It's something I've here we go. You see, it's something I've struggled with, and it's a New Year's resolution of mine that hasn't gone too well.
What does that mean? Check in.
I'm
like,
sorry. I get well.
To like take,
Okay, so-
like reflect.
Yeah, like a check-in with yourself. So I will say this. This is one of my failures of the year so far because I wanted to become more
Failure, big word.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Bullshit. Because I don't see that I'm gonna
Improve?
this back up.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Let's go.
Not the check-in piece, but the portion I'm about to say. The journaling, right? So I really wanted to get better at journaling. Bought a whole journal with a compass on it that matches my chain. Like it's nice leather, brown, beautiful, right? Wrote in it for 2 days. And I'm
What
like,
does it say?
fuck this. I am not writing in this thing every day. Because like when I'm journaling, my thoughts are running crazy and I'm trying to like jot them all down. And I literally got to a point, I'm like, I'm wasting time. I don't want to do this. I just don't
Stressing you out.
want to be there. Yeah. So like this is supposed to be a good thing. Granted, I only gave it 2 days.
When you journal, you're journaling what's going in your mind?
Well, I'm doing it at the end of the day.
But
Like
it's
a
what's
stream
going
of
try to
consciousness.
check
So
in
you're
with
writing down
myself.
what's going through your mind?
Yeah, like
Oh.
or like I was asking myself questions, but you know, typically on a check-in process, like I do that pretty often. I don't do it daily, but I do it enough to where like, you know, if I have a good day or a bad day, I have a rating system on my day, right? So one question, how was my day? 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, whatever, right? And some days it's a 4 out of 10. But then you go to the next question of like, why was your day like that? What was one, you know, fall or failure from that day? Boom, you're able to log that. What was one really good piece of today? The piece that I always like to do is what am I grateful for today? And even if it's just a little memory, I remember the memory thing you were doing, that probably went to shit too, right? We both
can't remember.
right.
Mr. Focus.
I always like the gratitude piece because even in the moments where you do have that 6 out of 10 day, that one moment, whether it's with your kid, your dog, you know, at work, whatever it is, it's something to hold on to. And then I had the plan of always asking and writing myself a little note on what's one thing that I can do tomorrow to get me closer towards one of my goals. Right. So that was something that like on a check-in process, I haven't mastered by any means, but I do ask myself certain questions here and there when things are kind of going awry.
It's good. I think I have a lot of too many opportunities to check in. You know, sometimes it's been negative because I'm always in the car alone. So like if I want to check in, I can check in. I have been listening to a lot of like stoicism as check-ins, as like resets. You know, beginning of the day, end of the day, typically. So like one that was talking about last night, I think I was listening. Well, I have Marcus Aurelius' book, which is something I bought, which is basically like the original Stoic, which is all his journal. So I've been reading his journal, but you can't help but reflect based on what you're reading, which has been nice.
It forces you to think about your own
Yeah,
life.
like one of the sayings was like, yeah, if you don't have a direction, no matter the wind, which way the wind blows, it's never going to be advantageous or something. Which I'm
What
like,
does
"Ooh,
that
that's
mean?
good."
Advantageous.
So if you don't have a direction and where you're going, no matter what happens, it's not good or bad. It just is
That's what
pushing.
advantageous
It's blowing you
means?
around. Advantageous is like to your advantage.
Oh.
You've never heard
I didn't
that
know if
word?
it was an adventure or
No,
something.
that's why when the wind blows, if it takes you,
You could direct the sail to push you in the right direction if you know where you're going. But if you don't, you're just kind of blowing in the wind.
Gotcha.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty
Hmm.
good one. The other big thing that I've checked in with myself lately was how to keep kind of, this is going to sound bad, very even keel with accomplishments. So not getting too excited about something or giving myself enough credit or not giving myself all the credit as to not get too excited and nervous about the opportunity. So like you close a big deal, like a record for you personally, but when you think to yourself, you're like, well, you know, I really didn't do that much. I just did my job and I'm going to continue to do my job and whatever happens, happens. Gives me a lightness to operating in high stress situations lately. And then also thinking through like, no matter what successes I have, it's due to all the people that have helped me, parents, friends, attorneys, other agents. Like no matter what I do, people will think it's a good accomplishment, but personally it's just, I'm just kind of fulfilling what I want to do. And I'm standing on the shoulders of other people.
You're a real estate agent selling real estate, whether it's a
And you know,
million
the
or
only-
100 million.
The only reason I have the opportunity is because my parents sacrificed a lot so that I could do what I wanted, right?
Mhm.
And the only reason I can do what I want is because Dana puts up with my crazy schedule. And the only reason I have this mindset is because I have a podcast with Dave and Claudio. And the only reason I'm in this situation is I met the right people. I got lucky. You know, when I started thinking that way, I'm a lot less like me. You know, I'm doing this because I'm so good at representing properties or representing buyers, and I'm more just doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just kind of like in the process. I'm
like
not
that.
really, you know, because sometimes the highs and lows, the highs are great, right? Like you beat on your chest, like I'm confident and this and that. But if you do that, then you're going to be affected the same way, which kind of gives you the ebbs and flows of business.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're more even keel and like, all right, it's just another deal, we got it done, next step, versus you get wrapped up in the celebrate. I'm not saying don't celebrate. I'm just saying don't let it go to your head.
Right. Maybe celebrate that night, have a glass of wine, a little cigar, cheers, boom, morning, on to the next one.
And no matter how successful or unsuccessful I am, successful main thing. It really doesn't matter. Like I can't take all the credit anyway.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that I could say honestly, I was veering towards the like, not that I was ever arrogant, but like thinking like, oh, I have a lot of talent in this field.
Mm-hmm.
Where in reality, it's like, all right, well, you could be good at it, but it's not really talent. It's just like you've been working hard
Yeah.
at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Like it's not it's not like jumping, you know, like, yes, you can work at jumping, but some people have 50-inch verticals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, that's a God-given talent.
Right.
Like there's nothing you really say it's God-given.
Gotcha. I like that.
Does that make sense?
Yes, described very well, my brother.
Sorry for the ramble.
No, it's good.
I have a
Good
side
ramble.
tangent.
Yes.
Sure.
Can you have a 50? You say 50-inch vertical?
Yeah. Why?
Just
Yeah,
naturally?
People can work at it.
naturally?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yo,
Naturally. Because
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you
Well,
think
maybe
about
not naturally.
there's
I don't
freak
know.
athletes that work on themselves, but they're just freakier than most.
I don't know 50, but you could be more predisposed to having
There
that.
was this
I
dude
don't
in
know.
high school. My man was an atrocious basketball player, and he had, he could jump, and he jumped awkward. He didn't have any structure to his jump. He didn't have any like ability, but my man could jump.
But do you think that's a product of maybe something? And maybe not, it wasn't specific training in jumping,
Mhm.
but a product of something that he did as a kid that built those muscles to be stronger without him even knowing that it would eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I think
be
to an
the-
extent, but he didn't work even in high school, right? He didn't work for the 4 years that I saw him. He didn't really work a day in his life, and then he just continued to jump higher and higher because he was doing other things, so he was getting stronger. But he had this ability, this natural ability to just jump high.
So big science. Here's your question. Can that happen with some muscles? Can muscles be just
Absolutely.
predisposed to be
Yeah, well,
better than
so-
other muscles?
some
or
Yeah,
people
better
are
than-
like
but look
freakishly
at
strong.
Arnold, right? Arnold's genetic structure. If you look at him when he
well,
was
hold
like a
on,
kid.
because he even admitted he did a whole
What?
bunch of steroids.
No. But if even people get it twisted.
That's
Like
funny how
even if you do
He did say it in his
even if you
docu.
do a lot of steroids, right? Like
Yeah.
you'll have people that are like huge, but then they can't even become bodybuilders though because they don't have that muscle belly structure.
Mm.
So these bodybuilders are very like genetically gifted already.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, the length of like Arnold always had. What killed me when I would look at him, I'd be like, look at the length of his bicep. And it's still huge, right? Like if you looked at it from this side, it was huge. That's how his chest was perfect.
Kind of like Ozzy.
But you
Ozzy's got big biceps.
Ozzy's
looks
a big
good.
dude. Shout out to my brother Ozzy, man.
He looks
I-
good.
He looks really good.
I said him when I walked in, I'm like, damn, like
I know
you're taking Dave's number one spot.
He said that, and I said, "Here's a camera." Boom, took a picture right next to Ozzy.
Listen,
Ozzy's
Ozzy's he's shorter though.
Yes.
So it's more like pronounced. He's got the like relative effect.
Shout out to my short brother Ozzy.
Short king, they say. Is he a short king? How short do you have to be short? To
No,
be a short
he's not
king?
short. He's like what 5'10".
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers at who's short or not. You said short. Don't put it on me.
Come on, man. Ozzy listens to every episode
He
too.
looks
He's
great.
definitely texting me.
Shout out Ozzy. Looks
he does
great.
look very
Great
good.
biceps.
I'm not
Anyway,
gonna lie.
yeah. I just
So
think
yeah, I
that-
think but like I was saying though, 12-year-old Arnold, he wasn't huge, but he just had a really good physique. Like you could see it now, even with kids in a playground, right? Little kids, you can tell some of them are like already cut up, and you're like, wow, if this kid like actually just takes this and runs with it, he could be the next Arnold. Who knows? And then you got other kids like Mike and I who ate a lot of pasta growing up that just got a little.
See, I'm one of those
Little muffin
examples
top.
that have all the God-given talent of muscles, but none of the effort. Spaghetti.
All right. Question number 2. I work as a CEO and I see a lot of negativity every day. What's your take on how to shift your mood quickly? For example, I go to work and I'm in a bad mood and truly want to be happy when I'm there.
CEOs, I have a lot of friends that are CEOs too, and this is tough job as a corrections officer because
I
you
feel
talk
like we had this question too before.
you talk to some. Maybe I just repeat questions. No, this one's pretty new. And this is from somebody I don't know personally, but I have a lot of good friends and family that are COs. But they basically say, like, you have to have a tough mindset because you're basically in jail, right? Like, you're physically in jail with inmates. Yeah, you might not be behind the actual bars, but you're in the same common area. So you're locked up for 8 to 16 hours if you're doing overtime. I think in things like that, the best way to change my mood personally is, you've heard the saying, ask and you shall receive, right? Shout out to Joel Osteen and the Higher Power.
Is that Joel?
No, I don't know.
Maybe just give him credit for shit he didn't
but the
say.
reason why I'm saying that, ask and you shall receive, is I think for me personally, when I'm in a bad mood, it's because I'm asking questions that are negative. And then when I ask questions that are negative, my thoughts become extremely negative, right? For example, if I wake up in the morning, how much traffic am I going to hit how much traffic am I going to hit on my way to work? Immediately, my mind goes to a place of, all right, well, I can either go this way in the Taconic or I can go back roads to 684 to here. That's where your mind goes when you ask the question, right? So a way to switch the actual mood is like, what's the next best possible thing that I could do right now, right? And if it's like, okay, get up, work out, or get up, pick out your clothes. Like, it puts you, whatever question you ask yourself, right? And that's just an example as I'm using it, but whatever question you ask yourself in that moment is going to become the thoughts that you think about, right? So instead of you being a CO being like, oh, when's my next day off? Because then you're going to say to yourself, wow, I have to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, have a 16-hour shift on Thursday. Why not be like, well, who can I, create a connection with, even if they're an inmate today? Right? Like, because your mind will go to where you're actually asking. Ask, you shall receive.
So kind of like every situation is an opportunity. You just have to ask, what's the opportunity?
Bang.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Does that make sense?
It's good. It's
It
what I
makes
try to
sen-
use.
These things
It's
make
hard.
sense in my head, I tell
No,
you.
it makes sense.
But I don't know if when I articulate them, if it sounds like
So like
crazy.
So when things go sideways now for anything, right? And it's like, a little rental that there's issues going on. The way I kind of have tricked myself versus getting like down about it is like, all right, well, if I am going to be a landlord forever or for the next 30 years, whatever it is, then this is an opportunity to learn on someone else's dime, right? Yes, I don't have to help them with this
Mhm.
and it's not in my job description, but can I earn while I learn, right? And it's like, yeah, let me go. It's a win-win. They are happy that I'm proactive and helping out in a situation where you don't need me.
Mhm.
And then personally, I learn for my future self from another landlord. Because realistically, in the market I'm in, I'm not going to get the amount of reps that other people in other markets are going to get. Because for my one property, a lot of people have like 7 or 3 or
Right.
4. So their reps are constant. So mine are slower. So I'm like, all right, well, if I'm dealing with rentals, then at least I get the reps for my personal goal.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So that's like the opportunity
Mhm.
idea that you're saying.
Yeah, I like that.
So that makes sense.
Very cool.
It's very hard though.
It is.
The other trick I would say is to have triggers. So like a trigger for me is listening to like a Daily Stoic episode or like a food video that's like 5 minutes. It's not going to throw me off my entire day, but it'll give me a little laugh and
Yep.
recenter. So have like the working out is a good one. Harder to do like within a tight time
Right.
period, but do you have any like songs that you go to? Songs are good.
Honestly, it's been Fast Car lately. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because I think of my daughter saying, like, very aggressively, you got a fast car.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
very aggressive. And I just play that in my head.
That's a
And I
good one too.
laugh.
Like kids.
Yes,
Like
yes.
if I'm like, all right, I need to put the phone down. I'm going to hang with the kids for an hour.
Yeah.
Like that's a big one. That
Yep.
puts me in a good mood. Unless they're being little shitheads. And then I'm like, get me back.
Yeah.
It's
CB, what do you
hard.
got? I know you want to jump in.
Oh no, sure.
No? Oh, I thought you were going to tell us how to become
no,
happy. Give me a good mood tip.
no. I don't even know. I was listening to yours very intently because I do that too. I'll the questions come up and they're negative,
Right.
and I answer them in negative
Well,
ways.
because, and then everything you're saying is
Yeah,
negative.
and with
becomes
me,
negative.
it's like
The quality-
it becomes a vicious cycle. It
That's
doesn't
one
stop.
of the. how do you describe- That's one of I think the very successful people, and I'm not talking about financially successful. That's one portion, but the most fulfilled people I think have the ability to filter the quality of their questions that they ask themselves, because everybody has these negative thoughts, but I think the most fulfilled people, And again, not just financially rich. You're talking in every aspect of their life.
Emotionally
I
rich.
think, yes, emotionally rich. I think they have the ability to filter out the bad ones. Not being unrealistic, but you filter out most of the bad ones, start asking yourself a new quality of questions and see the thoughts that happen.
My biggest challenge is managing input, like volume of input,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really have control of who I talk to throughout a day.
Yes.
I kind of do, but not really. It all depends on like who I'm working with, and if those people are in a bad mood, it's
It's
very
tough.
hard to
Yes.
maintain.
Yes.
Because like their stress and anxiety about
Mhm.
what's going on, and everyone's constantly imposing their own emotion on you.
Right.
That's hard. And you try to be, happy and this and that, but you only have a certain like power
Mm-hmm.
that you use up all day.
I told them, stop the bullshit. Life's too short for the bullshit. And then they're like, I'm getting another real estate agent. Goodbye.
All right. Question number 3. I know you've probably covered this before, but what are your snacks in the summertime to be health conscious? My meal prep is decent, but my snacking needs work. Preach.
Black coffee,
Oreos. The big O.
Taco.
The big O. You know what? Let me do you a favor.
ice.
I have my grocery list from
Nice.
from the weekend. ice chips. Wow. That's very healthy.
I mean, you could go a little flavored, maybe a little lemon.
Okay, so the only thing that I would disagree with here on my list personally is the summertime, because this is typically a list for me in general. And I'll buy bigger
Wait,
amounts.
do yours change summer to winter?
That's
or
what I was going to say.
that's
Not
always the same?
really. I mean, well, the seasonal fruit, yeah.
Like watermelon and stuff.
Yes, right.
Tremendous.
So this is a
So
list.
good.
This is a list from this past weekend. Oikos, and shout out to Mike, because the protein, I was getting the 15 grams of protein. They have the 20 that Mike
Oikos
was
Pro.
talking about.
No,
I found
listen,
that.
again.
That's why I'm
standing on the-
brolic.
I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. AC taught me about the drug.
Okay, all right. So there you go.
Ambrosio.
So I got Oikos, beef jerky, blueberries, bananas, Bear Bell protein bars. Shout out Bear Bell.
Yeah,
That's
those are
another
good.
they're very good.
I didn't know they had protein bars.
good ingredients.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They were delicious.
Almonds, salted peanuts. I love because I like a little
You're
salt.
literally a bear. This is what a bear eats.
Apples, cantaloupe, watermelon.
You eat this all at the same time?
No, this is my list, bro.
Holy shit! How expensive is your list?
I spend
You
like
know the price of fruit right now.
it's $160 a week.
Holy shit!
Cantaloupe, watermelon, veggie straws, and not the best by any means, but it's
Kids
better
love
than
them.
the Doritos that are, those Doritos are
Those are pretty
only
good.
on the feet, not to
Veggie
eat,
straws are
okay?
addicting.
They are, but it gives you a nice little
What was
crunch.
150 calories per
Yeah,
like
it's,
60?
it's like nothing. It's
Yeah.
like nothing. So I get those. Frozen strawberries and peanut butter is my list.
That's it? Oh, those are snacks.
Snacks,
Yeah,
bro.
My bad.
Snacks.
Do you like PB Fit or what?
No.
Why?
And I'm not mixing
I think it's
any
delicious.
sort. It's odd.
It's little water. You
It's
just mix
odd
water.
behavior. When you can buy, this is the shit I'm talking about, Michael.
Can I tell you something?
You're
Can I
struggling for
Can I tell you a
time, right?
secret? Can I tell you a secret?
What?
You mix a little bit of that, right? It's about 60 calories and 6 grams of protein per
Okay.
serving. You do maybe 2 servings of that little sugar-free chocolate.
Wow.
Tastes like a friggin' Reese's peanut butter
But how
cup.
much time does it take?
2
I don't
seconds.
know.
Well, I'm mixing. I'm mixing
I find
things for
it
the kids.
odd to take a powdered peanut butter. I already do the powdered protein, right? And I'm mixing that up.
That's true.
But why are we doing peanut butter powder when every other company has a regular peanut butter that's already
A
good
lot
to
of
go?
calories though.
So what? There's no calories in the.
Like half or a third.
Sell me on PB2.
PB2 is delicious. I like
Sell
the
me.
taste. Some people think it's funky. So you can get 3 times the amount sometimes of the same amount of peanut butter is addicting. I
It is.
love.
Oh,
Look
I
at
go-
me.
I go to the face.
Yeah. So if
Big
you if
spoonfuls.
AC says 16 grams, you
Oh.
eat 16 grams
Yeah,
of peanut
yeah.
butter. Yeah, all right, but yeah, you look at it.
16
it's
cups.
4 grams when you look at it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have a little more. I want more peanut butter. It's more satisfying. So PB Fit, I don't know the exacts, but maybe 60 calories versus 120. Maybe half. So I could have double the amount. I put it on Ezekiel bread with a little sugar-free
Not Dave's
jam.
Killer Bread because that'll kill your diet.
Yeah, Dave's killing your diet bread. No, I mean, obviously you have it figured out. I'm just saying PB Fit, I enjoy.
I guess, yeah, but I keep multiple peanut butters because if I'm going for
Crunchy, smooth,
the melted peanut butter over the strawberries,
smooth.
smooth or just natural, right?
Yeah.
If I'm going to the face, I go super chunk
Super chunks. Yeah.
because you spoonful that bad boy right to the dome. You get the nice little
I find
good. It's
that I
really
have to
good.
limit my exposure to the addicting stuff. So peanut butter is addicting. So if I don't pre-portion it the night before in
Yeah.
my overnight oats,
16 grams.
I can't dive in.
You're putting 36 grams. Don't lie.
Well, some have 32. So
Okay, all
32.
right,
But
all right.
it's a spoon.
I
That's like
know.
nothing. You know?
I'm doing quarter cups, bro, as my spoon.
I don't have the calories to give to peanut butter right now. You know?
And I keep almond butter in the house, which is also very
Almond butter's delicious,
it's heavy,
expensive.
expensive, and it's heavy. In
I'm also
calories.
making business decisions with this diet. I'm like, too expensive, too expensive.
ice chips.
I'm maybe getting strawberries in there, but I'm like, other fruit. You're crazy for bananas. I'm not paying that.
Bananas are super cheap, dude.
Super cheap.
39 cents
Not
for,
the way we eat them.
for a pound. Well, you're an actual
Libby's a little
gorilla.
monkey. She eats like 4 of them a day. Yeah, I've been at the grocery store and I'm like, wow, it's pretty
It looks
expensive
good,
to
but
eat.
I'm not buying it.
It's-
It's too pricey.
If you think about it, it's expensive to eat unhealthy, right?
No. It's
What?
the opposite.
Well, dude, have you seen the price of Doritos lately?
Yeah, Doritos are, yeah, that's true.
You know, muffins, the Livy's muffins she likes are like,
What's up with the kids
$9?
and muffins? Callie,
because there's tons of sugar in there.
you
They
wanna
get
hear what Callie
addicted.
did? She really got me good.
What'd you do? You put a muffin in your protein?
No, so we had leftover cupcakes.
Ooh,
So she goes,
can I have a
I
muffin?
want a muffin for breakfast.
Smart.
I said, those aren't muffins. Those are cupcakes. She said, take off the top.
That's
So
very good.
I literally looked at her. I took off the top. I said, that was very intelligent. And I gave
There
it
you
to
go.
her.
Yeah.
So, I did throw out
Checkmate.
I did throw out the icing,
Yeah.
but she was smart enough to say, take off the top.
That's
and get-
branding right there. She's like,
Wow.
I'll like a muffin, please. It's a breakfast food now.
Wow, but she still wants to dip it in ranch. Odd behavior.
But that's what,
Odd.
but shout out, Callie. That's what they do. You think those muffins are any better?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Like 20 grams of sugar
Yeah.
in each of them.
Yes. Oh, easy.
And you know what I'm doing? I got to cut out the fake sugar because that fake sugar has been working its way into my
The
coffee,
fufu?
and it's delicious.
The
and
fufu, like
addicting.
what? Splenda?
No, like the sugar-free creamers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
that
yeah.
stuff is
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I'm not big on that stuff. I do like a little coconut
Don't get into
cream.
it.
No.
I went back to the ice.
Listen, whatever
today.
you do, I'm just gonna continue to do the opposite.
Opposite. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Don't
how
do what I'm doing.
That's how. That's
Not
how I'm
do what
gonna
I'm
get
doing.
there. Okay.
I'm trying to get
We're
back.
gonna see. Wait. So, do you have any snacks or just ice chips?
I don't want to talk about them because everyone's like, you ain't been eating no snacks, clearly. No, I mean Oikos, like you said, because that's what I'm allowed.
Protein shakes.
I will do a PB fit with a little sugar-free chocolate occasionally, maybe a sugar-free whipped cream.
Okay.
You ever have that? Pretty good.
No.
15 calories for a couple tablespoons.
Okay.
Not bad.
Pizza.
No, I used to do the Joseph's flatbreads or Joseph's pita. You ever have those? It's
No,
like
I don't
6
really
grams of
keep.
protein,
I don't have
60
any
calories.
bread in my house unless it's a hot dog bun or a hamburger bun these days. I don't really have.
It's
I'm
tremendous.
serious.
Yeah.
And I get Martin, so it's good too. Throw a little butter on it. Oof.
I'm trying to think what else. There was other ones. Yeah, I used to do the Joe Flat with like the PB Fit. You know,
Ooh,
like
the
it's a
Joe
rice
Flat.
cake, but there's
Good
protein
name.
on it. Joe Flat. Those are delicious. I'm trying to limit the snacking. I'll be honest. Protein shakes are always a go-to. I used to mix protein with the yogurt and then heat it up with a little baking powder,
Ooh.
and then it kind of makes like a cake.
I thought you said baby powder. I'm
No,
like,
no,
this dude is weird.
Baking
bro.
powder.
This dude is very weird.
And if
Odd
you throw
behavior.
in a little
Odd,
cocoa
odd,
powder,
odd
it's pretty good.
behavior.
Like a mug cake. You ever seen the mug cakes?
No.
But again, I don't have that time now, so I'm literally just reheating chicken thighs
And that's it.
and rice and
Yeah.
potatoes.
See, I like to keep a good arsenal
Wait,
of snacks.
that's your snack?
Rice and
Yeah, like
potatoes.
rice and
Rice,
potatoes.
potatoes,
Yeah,
and
like I'll
chicken thighs?
heat up like fried cut potatoes. Like,
Yes,
it's literally-
Wait,
okay, that's
so if
good.
that's your snack, what's your actually main course?
you know, I'll dabble.
I'm a dab.
That's
No,
your
I mean,
snack?
I've been doing chicken thighs, rice. Like it's pretty
Potatoes.
boring. You would think, but based on my diet, I'd be doing better. But
No, I
weekends,
see,
it's the
man.
weekends that are killing me with the pizzas. How do you? Let me ask you this question while we're doing questies. How do you avoid eating pizza when that is the 100% every time at every event?
I don't. Honestly, I don't.
You don't avoid it. You
I
just
really don't
embrace it.
avoid it. I mean, unless I'm like
Thick,
heavy. What'd you say?
thick.
Oh, thick. I was
what do you
like,
think I said?
I don't know. You had a little accent. In
Oh
there.
no, I said thick.
Oh,
I got
okay, okay.
caught.
Good.
Bad throat. I told you, right?
Oh my!
I got
goodness.
allergies.
So no, unless it's like during the week, I'm pretty good. Even though I work, you know, there's pizza. This guy is really responsible for a lot of the food that comes
Yeah.
into that building.
Sabotaging
So
Dave.
sometimes it's good, but I make sure I eat my meals during the day, so I'm not that hungry, right? So even if I have a slice, I'm cool.
Yeah, but we're not having slices.
No, but then on the
Let's not
weekend-
lie to the people.
but on the
we're not
weekend,
having
man,
one slice.
listen, you guys know how I live my summer life. Like I
It's
enjoy
unbelievable.
myself. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm on a nice float now. I upgraded the float game.
Yeah. So
I work
it's
out.
muscle. So you got to acquire more muscle, is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
I need more properties on here.
I don't really avoid anything. If I want to eat it, I'll eat it.
That's not the advice I wanted.
Yeah, but you got to get.
I'm going to be snacking this week and be like, Dave told me if I wanted to eat it.
Yeah. Everyone takes that and just buys.
I'm just going to show him a photo. I'm like, this is the guy who's telling me, do you have advice?
Pies.
When
You have
Dave,
any good
when
snacks?
Dave gives advice, that's the parts that I listen to.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't deprive myself. I eat what I want to eat.
100%.
There you
The
go.
other stuff is like white noise.
Do you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have any good snacks?
You select
you or
them.
Catherine? I feel like Catherine would be a.
You want
good-
to know our good snacks?
Yeah, yeah.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, come on,
As
man.
of late, chicken nuggets every now and then. Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
This is Callie's diet right
Have you
here.
been to Costco? They got some good, healthy chicken nuggets.
Really?
Actually, you know what? These little pot sticker things. They're probably
Ooh,
not
those are
healthy.
like
those-
They're
addictive.
not,
Those
and
are-
they're like little ones, so that you
Yeah, they're like
So you have 50 of
poppable.
them. Yeah.
Poppable, I call it.
easily
Poppable.
no, it's been in shambles. The diet's been in shambles for.
Oh, all right. Well,
Couple
happy summer
months.
to you guys.
I'm
too,
back.
man.
No, I'm back.
I'm back. I'm back.
I am. I'm back.
Well, fake it till you make it.
I'm telling you, that weight vest. You know when I get new items
What were you?
for the
What?
home gym?
Okay. What contraption were you wearing the other day, please?
20 pounds. But it goes up to 40. It was $50. Great value, no?
I
A
guess.
40-pound weight vest for $50. That's amazing.
But why not like just hold a 40-pound dumbbell or put a
'Cause
backpack
you try
on?
to
and put 40
walk and
pounds
do
in?
that. It's like, come on.
It's called
I'm-
rucking.
It makes me feel like.
So wait,
I'm
is that like a
back.
good thing? Like if you put a weighted vest on?
So I
'Cause
have
if
a,
that's the case, I've been
I have a
rocking like
client.
Well, it's
50 to 60 weight pound vest for the last few years.
Well, that's what I'm
yes,
saying. That's
it's not
you know,
helping me out.
You know when
It's not-
dudes, so in the UFC, dudes
Yes.
are like fight at heavyweight and then they get down, and because they held so much weight, they're like dense and like real strong.
Yeah.
That's my theory. Is like if I can kind of get used to, instead of doing my 10,000 steps, maybe I do 5,000 with the weight vest. Over time, it's gonna compound, and I'll have to do the walking less because I'm always with a weight vest. So like instead of 40 minutes, I could do 20 minutes and the same effect. Is my theory.
Speaking of,
Do you think
Ozzy,
that's true or no?
Yeah, I see the thought process there. I think you should.
He's like, yeah, I
stop
see it, but
switching.
you're an asshole.
I think you should stop
No, I'm not switching.
Stay with it.
I'm
whatever
literally
you're
doing the workout, but I'm
Yes,
just
you're
adding weight
adding.
vest.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. So Ozzy, I had
Thank
to
you.
bag on him.
Thank you,
I'm
asshole.
serious. I had to bag on him. You're reminding me of you. Dude's like, he pulls up to the deadlift bar. It's like 315.
I deadlifted
for
today.
cake. Puts on 405. You know, a little shaky, but got it.
Really?
Really
Wow,
good
for
rep.
him.
But then I see my man had every contraption under the sun.
Hell yeah.
He had the wrist wraps. He
Yup.
might have had gloves on.
Yup.
He had the weight belt. So I,
What do you allow? Do
texted
you
him.
allow weight belts or
No, I don't.
You don't
I
do
don't
any
do
of
it.
it?
No. So I texted him. I said, I got him pretty good. I forget the joke that I made, but he said, "Oh, f." You know, he's like, the second I get home, they're going in the garbage. I said, but you could join
Why?
the club.
Why
Hang
is
out
he,
with Mike
why does
Pirelli.
he fold to you?
Hang out with Mike
Why does he
Pirelli.
fold to you? There's no problem with these items as long as you don't depend on them. But if you
Right.
use them to add a little more weight,
Yes.
and then you realize, like, listen, I did whatever,
Mhm.
but I did it assisted, then what's wrong with that?
Oh, I asked him.
You know what
I
I
said,
mean?
"Are your pink gloves in your pocket too, or something like that?" That's what I said. And he was like, "I'm throwing these out immediately." I haven't seen
does
one.
he wear gloves?
I don't know. I mean, from that video, I would assume he wears everything like you. Probably a rucking vest too.
Yeah, but I don't do that to help. I do it to hurt.
No, the weight vest is good. That's
so-
actually good. I would get one of those, to be
So
honest. If I was going to get
you're
any,
not welcome to.
if I was going to get a contraption, it would definitely be a weight vest.
The belt, the weight belt. So I threw out my back recently, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna do every precaution not to throw out my back because I lost weeks and weeks of being productive. So that's why we use a weight vest.
Yeah,
or the
but you got
belt.
to. I mean, you probably stretching your hips out. CV and I were talking about this earlier. You
You
know,
were talking about my hips.
no. We were just talking about his back and my back because I got issues too. But a lot of the time, it's from our hips. Our hips
Oh,
being,
being, tight.
just very tight.
I feel like
And
my
the muscles
form's
being
finally
short. You
getting
want to
better.
elongate by stretching.
Yeah,
But who has time to sit there and stretch? I don't.
yeah. I tried to lay on the ground, roll around when Livy and G were up this morning, and like kind of
Sounds
stretch.
like a good workout. Lay on the ground.
Well, that was
roll
after
around.
my workout.
Oh,
I worked out for 2 hours. I
2
got up
hours?
at 4:30. Yeah,
No.
I'm done at 6:30. I got a little momentum. I'm not posting it because I'm trying to get a little ahead of it.
Mikey
So
Momentum.
when I jump back in, at least I got something to show.
I know he's gonna save all the posts, and then in a couple
Then
months,
bang,
when
bang,
he's not
bang,
doing
bang.
anything. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, AC kills me because every 2 weeks he posts me with my shirt off, and then people are like, "Wow, you look great," and I'm like, "That was an old photo."
I want to bet I took
And then I
Dave
can
and
tell in
Claudio's
their
money.
eyes when I see him at an appointment, they're looking at me. They're like, "Is that the same dude?"
We should have made that extra bet. We should have.
Guys, you lost.
Should we make another bet right now?
No, because
No,
I
no.
ruined our family vacation because I will not lose. And then I ruined that dinner because I drank black coffee.
Yes.
I
It was
I
great for the
drove
bill
Dana
for me.
nuts.
It was perfect. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, I did help.
It was
Because I
awesome.
would have put on a
I
show
would
there.
hammer porterhouse, and Michael sitting there with
Sipping
a
a
black coffee and a lemon.
The worst was being on
Weirdo.
vacation, and I love seafood. And every night they ordered out seafood, and
And-
I was eating chicken marinated in pickle juice because I couldn't have salt
Ew.
because there was no salt in the fucking cupboard. And then I'm going to the gym every morning and working out in some shitty
like,
gym.
I hate Dave. I hate Dave.
I literally was crying the whole time. Like, "Fuck this motherfucker." And then every time, are you sure you don't want this? Are you sure you don't? You know?
That sounds like torture, man.
You
But you did it.
That's right. I did
You
it.
did it.
Great that I did it. It was
Man.
awesome. So much progress that I kept.
Guys, so we're actually going to be taking a break. I know it's sad for you guys because this is probably the
When
only
I come back,
content
I'm going
we
to be
consume.
cut.
Yeah. When we come back, Mike is going to be
Mike's gonna be at
5%.
10%.
We'll see you in 7 years then.
Hey.
No, just a couple weeks in the summertime. You know, we want to
How
enjoy
long? Talk to me.
the
How long?
family life. I don't know.
How much are we off, me and CV?
Maybe what, 6 weeks? Maybe
More.
we'll do something like that.
More.
Well, we might
You
get
gotta
some
build
episodes
content,
in
you know
the
what I mean?
in the gun. But this is also what I was thinking of. I know people are going to be distraught by this.
No.
Right, Bobby Maz is going to lose his mind.
Bobby Maz is living his best life.
He-
He's got a boat.
He's,
He's at the beach.
can you invite us?
I don't know if he's listening right now because he's living it.
He's living it. Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to enjoy the lake. You know, everybody's got a lot of things going on in the summer. I'm trying to get on an airplane.
What do you mean get on an airplane?
Yeah, like take a couple vacays.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, good for you.
But every show, you know, it's okay to reset. You know, like we gotta take some time.
I want to come back
Just
a
a
new
couple
man.
weeks, though.
I need to come back as a new person. I need to trade this body in for a new upgrade.
For a new one, oof, I don't know, man. So listen,
How you look so tan in this photo? And I look every time.
dude,
it
I
comes up, it
live
looks
on
like
a
I'm-
lake.
I look like
Michael.
Casper.
Look.
Is
I
it
live
red?
on a
It's the
lake.
red. And I look thin, and I mean not thin.
Yeah, I have
excuse
black
me.
on.
I look thick and round.
Well, so the other day,
what kind of camera is this?
I
CB?
opted for no sunscreen.
Did we change this camera?
Bad
Yeah,
move.
your face gonna be leather in about 2 years. You're gonna smile and
I'm
just
Dave
gonna be
Regina,
this.
33, going on 65.
You're gonna look like the girls from Real Housewives. Your face is fucking.
No, but then I'll get
Ha
Botox.
ha ha.
You,
Ha-ha.
you live in Greenwich. I'm sure there's a person in Greenwich that listens to this that does Botox. Okay,
Shout out. If you know of anyone, we need a sponsor.
we could be the
Dave's gonna
Botox boys.
I'm not. If I ever get to that route, I'm not gonna be ashamed. I'm gonna live it
Yeah.
up.
You were supposed to do some sort of glow up.
Hair plant?
I don't
Hair
know. You
transplant?
said something. You're doing teeth. You're getting veneers.
Oh, I do have
right?
a gift card for Nordstrom. I gotta
Oh.
do some shopping.
Okay.
Busy, trying to close deals.
All
over
right.
there.
Nice suits. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
So without further ado, this will bring us to my favorite section.
Dave's dime
of the week.
Dimes. Don't clap when I do the dime. Okay?
Yes. Yes, I like it. Hold on, let me get my
All right,
handy.
this dime is from Dave.
Goes like this. The power behind taking responsibility for your actions lies in putting an end to negative thought patterns. Did you consume that?
I consumed it. I did drift a little bit.
You did?
I'll be
All right,
honest.
yeah,
I
let me do it
drifted
one more time.
When they're
One
long,
more time.
When
they're not long,
long-winded
bro. Listen.
and
listen.
they're slow when you talk. You're
Listen.
so slow.
Okay, the power behind taking responsibility for your actions lies in putting an end to negative thought
No,
patterns.
but maybe give me a little more like emphasis on points,
Okay.
right? Versus. Okay,
Okay, here you go.
Right, CV? CV agrees.
Listen, the power behind taking responsibility for your actions lies in putting an end to negative thought patterns.
Better emphasis. I like
Better
it.
emphasis?
I didn't listen to the first half again.
Oh my God. You sound like everybody else. I don't know. People they probably turn it off.
No,
already.
positive mindset's half the battle. Yeah, I get it. Right? Is that true?
Yeah, negative thoughts sucks. Take action, basically. All right.
The more you can limit your negative thoughts, the better mindset you're in there, et cetera, et cetera.
Good.
I get it.
Good stuff.
Hard though, hard to do.
It is.
What
very
we're
hard
doing
to
is very
do.
hard to do.
It is. Oh man! All right,
I think
guys.
it's the
so listen,
Dayquil talking.
enjoy these next couple weeks. If you have not, right, we encourage you to catch up on all the episodes. But to those who have listened to 4 or 154, we say thank you. We're very grateful for you. Keep sharing the content, dude. Honestly, I'm humbled sometimes. I'll put up a clip, and listen, sometimes it doesn't get too many shares. The other day, this thing got shared like 185 times. Like somebody actually clicked the button to share it on Instagram 185 times.
What clip was it?
Yeah, a clip of, I don't know, the podcast.
Oh, nice.
But it was a specific. It was one of. It had my face on it. It's probably
God
why.
damn it. I thought you were gonna be like, you get a raise.
With your face, it doesn't really do too well.
No, probably not.
You know?
I'm very vanilla. People think I look like people they know all the time.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen to me.
I tried to grow a beard again. Doesn't work.
When did you try?
I try.
I saw you last week. You didn't
in
have
between showings, I'm like, let me try to grow one.
You gotta
And then I'm
commit,
like, it's
bro.
too dirty.
You got to commit.
I
Get
can't.
past the dirty phase, man.
I can't. I just can't look. And then I'm on camera constantly. So
By
like,
the time we come back, you better have a full beard, or else we're not coming back. All right.
if I get back into a routine of like looking good, beard might come.
Oh my god.
But see, it's like I don't have the structure. I'm too round still.
No, you look good, man.
Are you round under there?
Brown under here, yeah.
Yeah.
I told you my jawline. I create the jawline with the beard. You know?
Can I create a chest line and jawline?
Yeah,
with one
absolutely.
beard?
Find that person that does Botox.
Look,
I'm sure they
there's
do implants.
literally no definition. I look like a dictionary. Oh no, a dictionary
big
has
dick,
definition. I
if
look
you
like
will.
a thesaurus, we'll say, because there's no definitions in there.
Thesaurus is a tough word too.
Thesaurus.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
is.
look at your shoulders, and then go back to me, CV.
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Negative shoulders.
Kind of like hang down, droopy. You got to pull them. You got to hang them back, Michael. All right, guys. So listen, enjoy these next couple weeks. We thank you as always. So until next time, stop snoozing.
Get up and get after it.
Yeah, Mike, your shoulders are looking a little rough. Even the listeners have their shoulders. Come on.
I don't know what to do to fix this, Dave. I've been trying for years. That's another Epi in the books. Go follow us on Instagram and Facebook at No Snooze Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, No Snooze. Come on.